Good evening, this is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I'm here to talk to you today about Bitcoin and Crypto Chart TA. All right, starting with our Bitcoin charts. Okay, so building off of what I talked about yesterday with this RSI level here. All right, this is the daily RSI, and if you guys haven't watched that video, definitely recommend to go and check it out. But the gist of it is that we're looking for Bitcoin to push and stay above this level here, and that's about 52 or so. It needs to push, it needs to stay above that level for, I should say, at least 2 to 3 months or so. That would be a solid positive confirmation that the bottom is in and a bull market is ready to start, in my opinion. However, what we've seen is that when it attempts to push over this level, over this 52 RSI resistance point, it usually hangs up there for a couple of days and then comes back down again. Hangs up there for a couple of days, comes down. Hangs up for a couple of days, comes down. And then most recently, again in September, making a very similar move. Now, based on that information and what I've seen so far and what I'm about to show you, I think this time right here is going to be a very similar time to the last time that we've seen it push above this level. And by that, I mean it's going to be short-lived. So we zoom in here, take a look at the hourly. Now, Bitcoin, previously it was trading in this channel here that I outlined. It's been moving sideways, and then today it took off like a rocket. Okay, it's in the last couple of days, it has been following the strength of the stock market and has been pushing higher and higher and higher. So it's out of this sideways channel right now. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this line here. However, we can actually take a look at where it stopped, and where it stopped is exactly where it stopped back on that September 27th manipulation that happened over here, this huge rise up here. So what that's telling me right now is what you're looking at is a potential double top. All right, one top, two tops here. Now, I think that most likely what's going to happen is it's going to pull back down again. At this point, we're probably going to wind up seeing some support here at 19,800, some support probably around 19,600 in that region or so. But right now, Bitcoin is incredibly overbought. We take a look at the RSI on the hourly. We're at 62 right now. 62. Bitcoin does not hang very long in that range. At least it hasn't in the past couple of months. And I'm willing to believe I'm willing to bet that this is a very similar circumstance. Okay. So again, for the short term, what I expect to see is Bitcoin is going to come back down again and then most likely retest this line down here at just below 19,000. And that's going to happen probably within the next couple of days. I'm still not sold on this breakout. I'm not sold on this at all. I think this is probably just a short-term bounce, like a dead cat bounce, because the markets are trading very green in the last couple of days. So I would say I am not interested in getting into Bitcoin right now because this price action right here is incredibly overdone. We take a look at the price, the funding rate, and we can see here that longs are dominant. Longs have been dominant for the last 2 days or so, and it's starting to actually move down here, and we see actually a bit of divergence in which the funding rate is moving down. However, the price is moving up, and so we could potentially wind up seeing some weakness develop here. Okay, and if this continues at a high level, what could happen is that we could wind up seeing longs get trapped. So as the price moves down, however, and longs are dominant or increasing, we could see a bull trap happen here, and we could have a capitulation type event for the longs. And again, I think that this is the base case scenario, is that we're still going to wind up seeing that bull trap. Now, I want to get into Bitcoin. I'm very interested into adding to my DCA position. However, I'm going to wait until it comes back down again because it's not going to stay up here for very long. It can continue to push a little bit higher, and if you're bullish, what you want to look at right now is a potential push above this resistance level right here, 20,000. Let's call it 400, 20,400, and it would continue moving up from there. And if we zoom out and we take a look at this a little bit more here, it would have to at that point continue moving on to get through the resistance at 20,500 and then another resistance level at 20,008 or 20,900 or so. All right, but again, short term, I am bearish right now on Bitcoin, and I continue to be bearish until I see something else change my mind, or I see some evidence to change my mind. Again, long term, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. Short term, bearish. We'll take a look at Ethereum, and Ethereum is breaking out the same kind of way and still showing the same kind of double topping type of pattern. Now we'll have to see how this plays out. The Ethereum is still very overbought right now. It's at about 62, and I expect that Ethereum is going to follow the same kind of formation that Bitcoin will, in which it'll come back down here and retest this level at 1,270. Now, again, like, I could be wrong, but what I'm giving you here is the most likely outcome. No one who reads charts is ever going to be 100% accurate in their predictions. However, what you want to do is you want to wind up being more right than wrong. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So we're also going to go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has finally broken through that level. We talked about this yesterday, in which it could potentially break through, and it has broken through the last couple of days. And this right here is actually a that's a bullish sign for people who like, let's say, Bitcoin over Ethereum, because Bitcoin has been taking dominance from Ethereum, and that just tells me that if we take a look at this Ethereum chart, that Ethereum most likely won't hold this support level at about 17%, 17.5%. It's probably not going to hold. As long as Bitcoin dominance keeps pushing up, it's going to keep putting pressure on Ethereum dominance, and Ethereum dominance is going to fall down into this level here that we haven't seen since June, okay? Next, we're going to take a look at the dollar index. Not much to report here. Again, it's still in this very steep uptrend. I don't expect this to change anytime soon. However, right now, it looks like it's just kind of, it's resting, it's pulling back, it's gathering strength and preparing to move higher and eventually reclaim that level at 114 and then eventually move on to $120. And again, the dollar index, the reason why we talk about this is because the dollar index is the measure of the strength of the dollar versus other currencies, and it provides incredible selling pressure on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a commodity, and commodities do not like a strong dollar, okay? All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, please follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date chart TA videos and analysis videos. I'm going to actually wind up doing something in the future, probably with mining. I do want to talk about Bitcoin mining and how the miners have an impact on the market, and what I check in order to look at the mining strength and mining health of Bitcoin. But that's probably going to come a little bit later. That's my idea of a video I want to go ahead and put together. So that's all I've got for you guys today, and I will see you on the next video.